What's going on, guys? My name is Frank Giogo. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is how I'm making $30,000 in 30 days, and this is my update. I know I've been gone for a little bit, so I want to apologize for not having kept you guys updated. But I've been busy with a lot of things, and the days have just been flying by. I don't know what's been going on, but the days have been flying by. So today is going to be an update from day 17 to day 26. This is currently day 27. So I'm going to give you guys an update over what's been going on these last few weeks. And I know I also missed day 12 and 13 in the last few videos, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit. But today's going to be a little bit different. Normally I tell you how many messages I've sent every day, the content I'm posting, et cetera, et cetera. But like I said, today's going to be slightly different because I've been, just because I've missed too many days. It would be too much to go through day by day and say, oh, on day 17 I did this, on day 18 I did this, on day 19 I did this. It would be a lot. So today I'm just going to talk about some of the stuff I've learned, some of the stuff I've been implementing, some of the stuff I'm doing different, and what I'm noticing and what I'm learning as I go through, because this has definitely been great. But before I get into that, let's talk about where I'm at for the month right now. So today is day 27, but I'm recapping from day 17 through 26. So end of day 26, currently I'm about, where is it at? 8,500 to the month right now. I'm gonna put it right. I'm actually gonna put it right here. 8,500 in the month so far. Not horrible, but I do expect to be better. Nowhere near close to my $30,000 goal. I'm gonna be honest. So even though I'm at 8,500 for the month, I still have some recurring revenue coming in end of this week. So before the first, I'm expecting to get minimum 1,200 1,300. So I should be right under 10,000. I should be at about 96, 9,700 for the month. Again, not horrible, but nowhere near the goal that I have set for myself. The 10,000 mark, I'm gonna be honest, I know I can hit that. I've done that multiple times. That's the new normal. That's the new standard. So minimum I need to be hitting 15, 20, 30,000. So a lot of reasons why this month I haven't been able to hit that 30,000, but I'll talk about that, and I'll talk about what I've learned, what I've been implementing, and the changes that I'm seeing. So about 8,500 right now. By the end of this, I'm going to keep you guys updated, of course. By the end of this, I should be at minimum 9,600. The goal is to close at least one more client this week, just so I can get above that 10,000 mark. So monthly recurring revenue has been a huge help because I've been getting, while I did sign some new clients, the monthly recurring revenue has been a huge help as well. So as much as I love getting clients to pay in full, I also love getting that monthly recurring revenue because that guarantees stability in your business if you know, hey, I have this much money coming in every month. So yeah. In terms of what I've been learning, KPIs, let's talk about KPIs first. I haven't been as consistent with sending out my 50 to 100 DMs every day, mainly because I've been kind of pivoting, right? In the past, majority of my leads, majority of my clients have come from Instagram. I would say 99% of my business is on Instagram. That's where I have a huge following. That's where I talk to my clients. That's where I post a lot of value. I go live. Instagram is very comfortable, right? I've been comfortable with that. And because of that, my main lead generation strategy has been messaging and interacting with the people that follow me because I have over 50,000 followers. So it's a surplus of people. But it's gotten comfortable and it's become a numbers game. And I realized that it's not the best strategy. Although it does get me clients, it's not the most efficient strategy. So for the past year, all of 2024, most of what I was doing was DMing my followers. And although I did have some great months, I also realized that, again, it's not the best strategy. So I'm always open to criticism. I'm always open to learn. I'm always open to expand, to grow. So, of course, I'm always reaching out to friends of mine who I know are doing better than me, regardless if they started their career later than me. If they're doing better than me, I'm going to reach out and ask for advice and see what they're doing, what I can implement. So, number one thing, well, there's two. One of my friends, he's been at those $30,000 months consistently for almost 2, 3 years now. So I always reach out to him for advice. And he mentions he does his differently. He's on Facebook, so he generates a lot of his business through Facebook. He has a huge Facebook group, very niched audience. He has a very specific niche, very specific demographic. That's one area that I do lack in my opinion. Although I do have, I am semi niched. I do work with both men and women. I work with busy professionals out, so I have a wide variety of clients. Whereas his are all the same exact avatar, which makes it easier for him to attract the same client because he speaks only to their pain points, right? Whereas I kind of vary mine a little bit here and there. So that's number one, just getting more niche, getting more specific. Who exactly are you talking to, right? And part of what I realized, the reason I've been so reluctant to niche down is because I'm scared of alienating a lot of other people that might potentially reach out due to business, right? I believe I work really well with men because I can speak to them. I understand them. Doesn't mean I don't work well with women. I actually have a lot of my clients are women, and they get amazing results, right? But when I work with men, I understand them exactly. I can speak to their pain points exactly. I understand what they struggle with. I understand how to speak to them, and I can be not rude, but I can be direct, and they won't take it a certain way, right? With women, again, I still work well with women. I love my women clients. We do a great job. They're consistent. They do what they need to do. Um, but in terms of speaking their language, it's a little bit different than it is for, again, if I'm speaking to a man, I'm literally speaking to myself either 5 years in the future, 10 years in the future, or 5 years in the past, 10 years in the past. So it's literally me just speaking to myself. It's easy. It's straightforward. With women, I do have to think a little bit harder about, okay, what would she be feeling? How is she feeling? I have to do more research. I have to expand my knowledge base before I really market to them. So that being said, I do want to target more men moving forward. So even though in the past, the majority of my business has come from Instagram, I've started reaching out more to on LinkedIn, and I have a couple of calls booked from LinkedIn. In the past, I have gotten some clients. I have gotten some help some people through LinkedIn, and funny enough, it's been with less output than Instagram. But I think it's the whole point of comfort, and it's the whole thing about sticking to what you know best, right? If I know Instagram best, I'm comfortable with Instagram. I've been on there for 7 years. I have 50,000 followers, huge audience. It's easy because it's comfortable. But sometimes you got to step outside your comfort zone and do something that's not really the norm to get more results. So past couple weeks, I've been doing more LinkedIn outreach, and I have 2 calls booked off LinkedIn in the last week. So that's not bad at all, and that's mainly cold DMing. I'm DMing people I have connections with. I add a certain number of people per day, connect with them, introduce myself, and then ask if they need my services. I'm very direct on LinkedIn. The difference with Instagram and LinkedIn is Instagram cold DMs, you can't be as direct, right? You have to be a little bit indirect. But with followers, with people that follow me, I can be direct. Hey, thanks for following me. How can I help you? Do you need any help with health and fitness? Are you on a journey, or are you just enjoying the content? I can be a little bit more direct with my followers, but when I'm doing cold, I have to be a little bit more indirect. Whereas on LinkedIn, it's straight to the point. Everybody on there is there to network, they're there for business. So if what you do aligns with them, they can click your profile, they can see who you are, what you do, and instantly you connect. So that's why LinkedIn has been a good thing. I think moving forward, I'm probably gonna make LinkedIn about 40 to 50% of my business moving forward because it's very lucrative. And I have had a LinkedIn mentor in the past. I have had mentors work with me to tap more into the LinkedIn market. So it's my fault for not really tapping in as much because of that comfort. I've been comfortable with Instagram. So this is the moment to grow. This is the moment to step outside my comfort zone. It's time for me to start doing different. It's almost end of January 2025. Of course, like I said, I'm pretty confident I'm gonna finish over $10,000 for the first month, but the goal is $30,000 recurring this year. My goal is to hit $30,000 sooner rather than later. My birthday is in March. I would like to hit that by March. The goal is to hit it by March and then be able to replicate that multiple times over and over and over again. So for that to happen, I'm going to have to step outside my comfort zone. If you want different, you have to do different. You can't constantly be sitting in the same exact spot and expect to be over there. You can't constantly be doing the same thing that you've been doing for the last year, 2, 3 years, and expect to have a different result. You have to, that's why I'm doing this. It forces me to reflect, it forces me to be open, forces me to be honest, and to figure out what is going wrong. So that's number one, niching and then understanding where my market is. I actually was watching a video from Hormozy about this recently. Even though I have a decent following on TikTok, I don't even use TikTok at all. I've probably made one sale on TikTok. So I almost feel like right now at the stage of my business that I'm at, TikTok might be a waste of time. It might be better to stop posting on TikTok completely. At least with YouTube, I like YouTube because I like interacting with you guys. I love reading your comments. I love these kind of vlogs, these kind of talks. I really don't like, I've had a few people reach out and tell me they're watching this, but I'm gonna be honest, I post this mainly for myself. I wanna look back on this in a few years and say, this is where I started. This is where the business started. This is where I used to be living in Houston and doing all, so I wanna be, this is for me. This is mainly for me. So I'm not doing this to gain clientele. Although, if you do need help with your health and fitness journey, go to Instagram, DM me the word YouTube Fit, and I'll reach out and see if and how I can help, right? My specialty is helping men and women lose anywhere from 15 to 30 pounds in 90 days or more. So if you need to lose more than 30 pounds, we can do that as well. But I pride myself as a coach in not only helping my clients see results, but also teaching them how to keep it off permanently, right? So again, if you need help, go to Instagram, Frank Giogo, DM me the word YouTube Fit, and I know you came from this. But second thing I've learned this past month is content. Content. I reached out to another friend of mine who he started out a little bit later than me, and I was giving him advice at some point. He was below $5,000 months. He was struggling to hit $5,000 months. I was giving him advice. I was telling him different things that I'm doing, and he implemented it. But he did one thing that I've been lacking. He focused a lot on content. He put a lot of effort into content. He locked in. He would put out quality content every single day, and the results showed. His page grew from about zero. He started a brand new page, grew from zero to over 200,000 followers in less than a year, probably a couple months. And it shows. Now he's at that $30,000 a month because he has that huge audience that's constantly reaching out to him. He has 200,000 people to DM. He could try to DM each of them every day for a year, for 2 years, 3 years, and he still wouldn't get through all of them. So content is king. And lately I've been posting better content. I've been posting more consistently, and I'm having at least one post a week go semi-viral. Semi-viral meaning anywhere from 20 to 40,000 views, right? So I'm having at least one post a week because I've taken the time to really understand who I'm talking to, understand their pain points. I'm researching online to see what content does well, why that content does well, how can I recreate it for myself, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So even yesterday, I posted a piece of content yesterday at 8 p.m. It's already at about 30,000 views. So I forget how many likes, how many shares. Those are all vanity metrics. They don't matter. But it's also generated me about 5 new leads. That's what matters. So if it's getting a lot of views, then more than likely it'll get you leads, right? If it's not getting any views, then nobody knows who you are, right? And you won't generate leads. So my focus is now both nurture content to nurture the audience I already have, but also growth. Because if your business is not growing, you're dying. And I've been stagnant at 50,000 followers for a long time. So my page has not been growing. So the main focus these last few weeks has been better content. As you can see with me stepping outside my comfort zone with these vlogs, with these talks, better content, right? Apart from that, I've also been really mindful about the mindset, about the spiritual aspect of entrepreneurship, because this does get taxing, it does get draining. I'm in really good health. This might be the best I felt in months because of me working on that, right? I'm in perfect fitness health. I'm in not perfect, but I'm in great physical health, great spiritual health, great mental health right now. So I really can't complain. And part of that has been due to me doing the work, due to me prioritizing my time. I had ChatGPT make me a schedule based on the different things it knows, because I use it a lot for ideation. So it made me a schedule based on what it knows I can do. I'm waking up at 4:30 a.m. every day now. I'm going to sleep at 9:30 to 10 p.m. My day is very structured. Every single day, every single hour of my day is allotted for, is accounted for. From the moment I wake up to me driving to the gym, to me eating breakfast, to me eating dinner, to me work, everything is accounted for. And that makes me a lot more efficient with everything that I'm doing. So I've made time not only just to be productive, but also time to enjoy myself, right? Also time to tap in spiritually, also time to read the Bible, also time to pray, also time to just think, also time to visualize. Because if you can't visualize where you're trying to go, how are you going to get there, right? Again, the book I'm reading, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, has been a huge help in terms of getting that. The sermon at church last week, huge help in understanding that when you build your foundation on Christ, when you build your foundation on the rock, when the wind blows, you'll be fine. And with entrepreneurship, the wind's gonna be blowing a lot. The wind's gonna be blowing constantly. People will cancel left and right. And if you take things too personally, if you take things as if you're a victim, like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why did this client cancel? I thought he wanted to train. Oh, why did this call that I had scheduled that was so excited? Why did he cancel the call? Don't take it personally. That's just life. Especially when you have a really big goal, life will test you. Do you really deserve to be somebody that makes $30,000 a year? Be honest. Ask yourself. I'm asking you. I know the answer. I know the answer. I know I deserve it, and I'm working to make it happen. Do you? If your goal is to make $10,000 a year, $10,000 a month, if your goal is to make $30,000 a month, are you the kind of person that deserves it? Do your habits reflect that? Are you structured? Are you disciplined? Do you go to sleep at a certain time? Do you spend your day smoking weed? Do you spend your day drinking? Do you spend your day laying in bed scrolling TikTok for 3 hours? Be honest. I'm asking you this. I'm holding myself accountable, but I'm asking you this because these are the kind of things that I've had to cut out that I know are going to have to leave for me to be the kind of person who's doing these $30,000 months consistently. I will have to be more disciplined. I will have to be more structured. I would have to be more mindful of how I spend my time, who I spend my time with, what I give my energy to. So again, you have to spend that time to really know yourself and implement that in your business. Entrepreneurship is a very spiritual endeavor. Hold on, I want to show you guys something. Look at this plant. Look at this plant. It's flourishing. I got this as a gift. It's called a prayer plant. And today it's actually doing really well. So, bam. Almost everything is open. So with this plant, it kind of opens up. It opens up daily and then closes up daily. I believe it opens up in the morning and then closes up in the evening. So it's just been a pleasure to watch this. I've only had it for like 2 weeks, but I love it. I love it. I'm gonna use this as the I can't with myself. I'm gonna use this as my the cover for the video. So it's my plant. I haven't named her yet, but y'all comment down below what her name should be. I'm thinking Shayla or Sheila. I don't know. Looks like a Sheila, right? So anyway, as I was saying, are you the kind of person that deserves to have the goals you have? Because you got to be realistic with yourself. If you're not putting in the work, don't fool yourself into thinking that you deserve something you don't deserve, right? You don't get what you want in this life. You get what you have to have. So do your habits reflect that this is what you want? Everybody loves talking the talk. Everybody loves saying, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to have this, I want to have that. But be realistic. Have you been putting in the work the way you need to do? And when I spoke to my friend, because I called him up recently, he posted about how he had gone from making barely $5,000 to now making $30,000, and it aligned because it felt like God's timing. It aligned perfectly. And then the advice he gave me aligned with the sermon at church, right? So I've watched him because he documents his life every day on Instagram. I've watched him. I've seen how disciplined he is. I've seen how structured he is. I've seen how intentional he is about everything. And I asked myself, have I been this intentional about everything? Have I been this disciplined about everything? And the answer was no. So in the last year, I can see why I didn't hit $30,000. But best believe this year I will hit that. I will hit that goal. It might not happen in January because the challenge is almost done. This is what, day 27? Challenge is almost done. I mean, 10,000 is not bad. I'm not gonna sit here and be and act ungrateful for something that God provides. Like, this is huge. I know some people who barely make 5,000 a month, you know? So 10,000 is huge for a solo entrepreneur, somebody working on his own, creating content, reaching like that's a decent goal, but it's not the goal that I have for myself. I want more. So I know that for me to hit that goal, and I know it's going to happen, I'll have to be more and do more than I have in the past. So what else? So I've been more disciplined. I've been making time for prayer, for meditation, for visualization. I've also been making time for leisure. This past weekend, I went out to Art Tech House out here in Houston just to kind of relax. So one of the things that I'm doing is making time to go out and just enjoy a little bit, at least once a week, make time for church, make time to go out and enjoy yourself, make time to get a cheat meal once a week. Just different things, because as much as entrepreneurs, we want to be productive 24/7, just go, 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 go. That's not realistic, right? In the Bible, it says on the seventh day, God rested. So if God rested, you should rest too. You're going to burn yourself out as an entrepreneur trying to be productive 24/7. So if God rested, you should too. We are made in the image of God. Because we're made in the image of God, and the first thing God tells us is on the first day, God created. That means we are made to create. But of course, God also tells us on the seventh day, God rested. So we are supposed to rest. Again, I will reiterate this. If you're a Christian, it's in the Bible. One of the 10 commandments is obey the Sabbath. Obey the Sabbath. It's not a recommendation. It's not, maybe you should take Saturday off or Sunday off. Maybe you should rest once a week. It's a commandment. God commands us. There's a reason for that. So if you've been working and you feel burnt out as an entrepreneur, because I've been there, and you feel tired, not like the kind of tired where you take a nap and you feel fine, but the kind of tired where like your soul is tired. If you feel that, I've been there, it's because you're not taking your rest. Take your rest. And when you take that rest, take the time to worship God, take the time to thank Him, take the time to praise Him, right? And I promise you, you'll feel much differently. Like I said, my mindset is I'm I'm about a third of the way to my goal, but I'm not beating myself up. I'm not stressed. I'm not crying. Like I'm in good spirit. I hope y'all can see I'm in very good spirit right now, because I'm taking this rest and I'm connecting to God, and I feel like I'm on the right path. I know that even if this doesn't happen in the month of January, it's gonna happen before you know it. And I hope you guys, if you don't already follow, I hope you do follow me. I hope you do subscribe, because I will keep you posted. I've actually created a whole blueprint. I have a 10 phase, 10-step blueprint for my life, that of the different things I plan to happen, right? Along the journey, how I plan to help people, how I plan to be used, how God, the vision God has told me of how He plans to use me to bless others, right? How I plan to help my mother, how I plan to grow my business from A to B, the different businesses I hope to achieve. I have a whole blueprint. And even after this 30 days is over, I'll keep you guys posted on that blueprint. Phase one, this is where I'm at in phase one. This is what I'm doing. This is what I've done. This is how it's going. Phase one completed. Phase two, this is what I'm at. This is what I've done. This is what I need to do. Phase two completed. Phase five, I will keep you guys updated. So again, if you haven't already, make sure to follow, subscribe, whatever YouTube does. And if you want to connect on Instagram, I'm more active on Instagram. I post on here very rarely. This has forced me to be more active on here, but I post more on Instagram. I'm more active on Instagram. So if you would like to connect, shoot me a DM on Instagram. Just say, hey, Frank, I saw your YouTube video. It inspired me, or I want to just wish you well. I've had a few people do that, and it really did touch my heart, and I appreciate you guys. So again, if you want to connect, shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll follow you back. We'll connect. We'll chat. And if you need any help with fitness, again, shoot me a DM. If you need any help with mindset, shoot me a DM, and I'm here to help out. I'm here to let God use me any way He sees fit, whether that's to bless somebody with knowledge, whether that's to bless somebody by being their coach, whether it's to give advice, whether it's to share some scriptures. I am here for that, End of the day, my ultimate goal is to help and to be used by God to help, so that His will be done on earth as it is in heaven. As much as I love entrepreneurship, as long as I'm setting this monetary goal, to me, as somebody who grew up, I would say middle class, my family didn't grow up wealthy or rich, and we certainly didn't grow up like dirt poor, but we grew up middle class. So definitely didn't have a lot growing up. So this is my way of making sure that my kids are going to be set in a different future, making sure that some of the things I struggled with growing up, they won't have, making sure that I can take care of my mom in her old age, making sure that I'll be able to help out my brother and my sister and my sisters when they need, making sure that when life happens, when the wind blows, I'm rooted in God and I have the foundation and the stability to handle everything that life throws at me, because life will throw plenty at us. So um, I'm just rambling right now. But anyway, this was this was a recap for day 17 through 26. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you have an amazing week, and I hope you're able to achieve all your goals. Give God thanks, and stay blessed.